Hello, welcome back, Kins and Herbies. It's Tennille Crystal, and this is going to be a collective reading for all of the white solar seals. So that's White Wind, White Mirror, White Wizard, White Dog, and White World Bridger. Okay? All right, so this is my message to you based off this reading. It says, rewrite your story and build the home or the family that you never had. So the home that was never built for you, this is what you're building now. So let me tell you, this reading is it hits home. Like when I see the cards come out the way they do, I'm like, oh, I know what that feels like. So the main energy that we're standing in is a place of surrender. We have the Hanged Man, and this is a major arcana cards. And there are some times in life where God is literally going to be like, stop. There's nothing you can do. There's nowhere you can go. You just need to sit still. But you're not going to sit still on your bottom. I'm going to hang you from your feet, right? I'm going to make you so uncomfortable because I really want you to look at this from a different perspective. And the Hangman is a major arcana, which means like there was no way around this. Like you had to come to this threshold. We also have boundaries. So this is, you need to find doors. You need to put up doors in your life in order to protect yourself. And we have the Ten of Cups, and I don't read reversals, but this card came out reversed. When a card comes out reversed, that just tells me, right? So the Ten of Cups came out. So you could be looking at your family, looking at your relationships or the things that you've invested in that you truly love and cherished and have possibly put on some type of pedestal. You could be looking at these people, these places and things that really you put a lot of value and stock into, and you're just like, what am I not getting, right? But we have clarity. So you are getting to a place of clarity, but it had to be from taking a pause, taking a break, and literally being in stillness. And you may have had to also be in isolation. This is kind of something that you go through alone. And so these boundaries are to protect you while you go through this process, but they're also to ensure that when you get out of this process, you're only taking your energy with you. You're not carrying the energies and the opinions of others. I have not exaggerated my words when speaking. So I got two feelings from this. I got either you're defending yourself and you're saying like, I speak in truth, like everything I said is true, like I'm not embellishing, I remember it the right way, like I'm not, and then I also kind of got that feeling of gaslighting, right? Where like you could be speaking something true, but then like others that you've cared about are like saying it didn't happen, right? And let me tell you, I saw something really powerful about gaslighting or manipulation. And it was like, so somebody disrespects you and you react to their disrespect. And the manipulation is when they blame you for how you react to the disrespect. Like there's no accountability on their part. And so I don't know what that situation or what that energy is, but maybe it hits home for some people. But I just see that somebody is really looking at their Ten of Cups, which typically is going to be family and loved ones and legacy and lineage and just the people that are closest to us. And in this reading, I'm getting that you're becoming clear about those relationships. And you're also realizing, how has me being in these relationships limited my belief in self or my belief in what I can have in life, right? And so if you come from this family that's kind of toxic, we also have superficial or fun-loving. Like these could be people that are very shallow, right? They don't understand they don't understand the importance of connection in relationships and union. They tend to just use relationships as a way to harvest what they want, and they're just like, fuck the rest, right? And so I feel like you possess a value that maybe you weren't born in, or maybe you weren't raised around, right? And sometimes if we carry those people with us for too long, we're also carrying that energy, the belief, as a child, the way you believe about yourself is really dependent on how people treated you. But as you get older and you realize that you are in charge of your life, you can rewrite your story at any time. And sometimes that means that you have to rewrite the characters. Not all characters are going to make it to the next chapter. And so that's what I see this pause and the surrender. Like, one, you're like, okay, I need to put up boundaries. I'm not exaggerating what's happening. And if you say I am, then like, that's not fair. You know what I mean? I know what I experienced. I know what I went through. And if you can't hear me or feel me or acknowledge or meet me in a mature way, then like, this is going to hinder me. And so for your guide, we have Ace of Wands and limiting beliefs. And so maybe you didn't, there's a beautiful flower, but it's growing in a concrete box, right? So that flower is never going to be able to see its potential. One, because it's in a box and it's concrete, like it's not even made of the element that it would need to be made of in order for it to flourish, right? It needs soil, it needs sun, it needs space. But this is like a caged bird that'll never get out. It'll never fly away. And so you are being guided. The Ace of Wands is literally like a gift from God. It's an influx of energy. It's passion. It's a new beginning. It's a new start. But in order to take this new start, you are going to have to shatter that concrete box that you have been caged in. And that cage could have been built by those closest to you, your loved ones, those that you love, those that raised you, right? So not only do you have to shatter this box, but you also have to put up a boundary to make sure that they don't impose on this new space that you're creating. For your challenge energy, you have Four of Wands in sacred space. And so Four of Wands is like your personal household. That's your family. That's your relationship. Those are the foundations that you build by yourself outside of your family. And so you're realizing two things. One, if I'm going to build something sacred and beautiful, the space inside me, inside my body, inside my vessel needs to be clean. So I can't be carrying a whole bunch of habits, behaviors, thoughts, and people that made me dirty anyway. I can't carry the same people that put me in this cage to this new space that I'm building. Like it won't fit, it won't work. And so the idea here is that you can have whatever foundation you want. You can build whatever home you want to build. First, it starts in you, which is why you had to go through that surrender and that pause, because you needed to fix the things in you. And then once you get out of that, now it's like, okay, I can make my world match what I know to be true on the inside. Okay. We also have, I have not cursed anyone in thought, word, or deed. So let's just talk about pollution, right? Sometimes I think about people who do return to sender spells, right? And I don't do any type of spell work, but return to sender spells or like protection. But some people don't even realize like the exact thing that's being sent to them are things that they projected, either because they thought it, they spoke it, or they just had some type of shady behavior that's returning, right? And so once you are secure, once you know that you have a clean mind, a clean mouth, and clean behaviors, like literally that's what you need to build what you need. So you have to make sure that your inside is sacred. So if you're not a gossiper and a slanderer and a liar, and you don't embellish, and if you don't exaggerate, you can't hang out with a whole bunch of people that do that, because that's going to pollute your space. So once you separate yourself, it's like, wow, like this is possible. And the thing is that sometimes our family, those relationships that we've had for a lifetime with people that we love, they don't know what they don't know, right? But if this is you, if this resonates with you, it is a gift. You are the change, right? Like they're going to know it because they're going to watch you live now. Sometimes people just couldn't imagine it, but it's because they are connected to you that they are going to see things differently. But you got to go alone, and you got to go first. You can't take everybody with you. Right? And then your hidden power, we have the Star card and take a leap of faith. The Star card says, listen, don't lose hope. Don't lose faith. Like you're here. You got it. It's the light at the end of the tunnel. Right before the Star card in tarot is the Tower. That's when all shit falls, everything falls apart. But it fell apart because it wasn't stable. It wasn't founded on wisdom. It wasn't in harmony with life. It wasn't a part of who you are in your divinity, right? And so that tower needed to fall. So anything that has crashed and collapsed, it's hard to be grateful for it, but be grateful for it, because it's preparing a foundation that is ready for you to build. So take the leap of faith. Whatever it is you're rebuilding, whatever star you're wishing upon, don't stop wishing. Don't stop dreaming. Don't pollute your vessel, right? Or else you're going to see it reflected back in the life that you're creating. And then we have ancestors arise. Some of us, especially those on a divine mission, some of us walk alone on earth. But if you could see who walks in the sky for us, if you could see who's walking in the spiritual realm, you have an army. Can you imagine an army of souls that are moving through you and supporting you and guiding you so that you can break the curses that have never been broken, so you can rewrite history, literally, for them, but also for yourself. And so anything that was done to you, it did not go unseen. It did not go unheard, right? And so the people that are with you may not always be visible to you, but never feel that you are alone. You are a part of a bigger story, and it's a lot bigger than the family and the relationships that you are currently connected to. And so those that are for you, definitely in the spiritual realm, they see what you see, they felt what you felt, and they're coming up, and you are coming up as a star because you are literally their wish. Your ancestors have waited for you to get here. They're praying that you take this leap of faith, right? You are the one they've been waiting for. Little did you know, and little did your earth family know. So I'm hoping that this is beneficial for you. You know, white seals, white solar seals, obviously you can watch all the other videos too, because we're really all of the kids. You have your main solar seal, but then your oracle that you find when you look up your galactic signature literally has every other color. So you can have another message somewhere else. But I was going to say to you, white is about reflection and about humility. And so sometimes you guys are really good about sitting in silence and looking back and being like, oh, I like that. I'll repeat that again. I'm not going to repeat that. I'm not going to make that choice. Like, be comfortable acknowledging and embracing the falls, right? And then also celebrate yourself for the highs. Take only what will help you build and grow. Leave all the other shit behind. Okay, Whitekins, I'm hoping that helped, and I will see you soon. Take care.